Morning mist drifts slowly across a quiet river. The Perfume River, its waters move gently through central Vietnam, reflecting temple roofs, fishing boats, and the faint silhouette of distant hills. But this river is more than scenery. It is the spine of an imperial landscape. For centuries, the river connected palaces, pagodas, gardens, and royal tombs. It carried not only water, but ceremony. Because along these banks once stood the political and spiritual heart of Vietnam. A city where emperors ruled, where scholars debated Confucian law, where rituals defined the rhythm of the state. Today, Hue feels calm, unhurried. Yet beneath that quiet surface lies the memory of a dynasty that governed Vietnam for more than a century. At the beginning of the 19th century, Vietnam was emerging from decades of conflict. A new ruler had unified the country. His name was Gia Long. In 1802, he established the Nguyen Dynasty, the last Imperial Dynasty of Vietnam. But power required a center. So he chose Hue. Construction of the Hue Citadel began in 1801, transforming the region into a planned imperial capital. The citadel was enormous. Nearly 10 kilometers in circumference, walls 6 meters high and 20 meters thick, a surrounding moat more than 20 meters wide. The design reflected both Vietnamese tradition and military engineering inspired by European fortification principles. But beyond defense, the citadel was symbolic. It represented order. Within its walls, the empire would be organized according to rank ritual and hierarchy. The emperor at the center, mandarins surrounding him, the people beyond the gates. Inside the largest citadel stood the imperial city. A square complex nearly 2.5 kilometers in perimeter. Four gates guarded its entrances. The Noon Gate in the south, the Gate of Humanity, the Gate of Virtue, and the Gate of Peace. Each entrance crossed a waterway known as the Golden Water. Bridges spanned the canal. But not all bridges were equal. In imperial times, the central bridge was reserved for the emperor alone. His officials walked beside him, but never in front. Protocol defined every movement. Passing through the Noon Gate, visitors entered the Great Rites Court. Two terraces stretched across the courtyard. The upper terrace for high-ranking mandarins, the lower terrace for provincial officials and elders. Stone markers indicated exactly where each official must stand. Even architecture enforced hierarchy. Beyond the court stood the throne palace. Here, the emperor received his court. He sat elevated above the hall. Only 4 top-ranking officials were allowed inside. The rest waited outside, according to rank. Power was visible, and distance was deliberate. Behind the throne palace once stood the Great Golden Gate. Beyond it lay the most restricted space in the empire, the Forbidden Purple City. This inner compound was the emperor's private world. It housed royal residences, gardens, theaters, and administrative chambers. Only the emperor, his family, and trusted servants could enter. Originally constructed during the reign of Jia Long and later renamed under Emperor Min Mang, the complex mirrored the exclusivity of China's Forbidden City in Beijing. For generations, this was where the imperial family lived, celebrated festivals, and governed the kingdom from behind guarded walls. But history does not preserve every palace. During the Tet Offensive of the Vietnam War, intense fighting devastated much of the Forbidden Purple City. Today, only fragments remain. Foundations, scattered structures, reconstruction projects slowly restoring what once stood. Yet even ruins can speak. They remind visitors that power, however absolute, is never permanent. Beyond the citadel walls, the landscape changes. The river widens. Boats glide slowly upstream. On a hill overlooking the water stands Thienmu Pagoda. Its tower rises above the riverbank, becoming the most recognizable symbol of Hue. From here, monks once watched boats drift along the Perfume River. Behind the pagoda hangs a massive bronze bell dating to the 18th century. It is said that its sound can travel 10 kilometers across the countryside. But this place carries deeper history. In 1963, a Buddhist monk associated with the pagoda protested political oppression in an act that shocked the world. Today, the car used in that journey remains preserved within the pagoda grounds. Visitors walk quietly through gardens behind the temple. The river flows on. History lingers in the air. Along the Perfume River, another landscape unfolds. A valley of tombs. The Nguyen emperors believed that death was not an ending, but a passage. The layout of a tomb was thought to influence the spirit's journey to the next world. It could even affect the fate of the dynasty itself. For this reason, the royal tombs were built with extraordinary care. Mountains, lakes, forests, and architecture were aligned according to spiritual principles. The emperors created what many historians call the Valley of the Kings of Vietnam. Each tomb tells a different story. One of the most remarkable tombs belongs to Emperor Tu Duc. He ruled from 1848 to 1883. Tu Duc was known as a scholar emperor, deeply devoted to Confucian learning. But his personal life was extravagant. His court meals reportedly included 50 dishes prepared by dozens of servants. He had more than 100 wives. Yet he never had children. Tu Duc spent many of his later years retreating to his tomb complex long before his death. Within its grounds lies a peaceful lake with a small island where he would relax and compose poetry. But the emperor feared grave robbers. After his burial, all those involved in the ceremony were executed. His true burial location remains unknown. The tomb stands silent today, guarding secrets that history has never solved. Each Nguyen emperor designed his tomb differently. The tomb of Minh Mang, who ruled from 1820 to 1840, stretches across a vast, peaceful landscape. Stone statues of soldiers, horses, and elephants stand guard along the ceremonial path. Bridges cross calm lakes before visitors reach the emperor's resting mound. The tomb of Khai Dinh tells a different story. Built during the era of French colonial influence, it combines Vietnamese tradition with European architectural styles. Concrete structures rise dramatically from the hillside. Decorations mix imperial symbolism with imported aesthetics. Some see it as striking. Others see it as a reminder of a changing era. Even tombs reflect history's shifts. Today, Hue is no longer an imperial capital. But the past is everywhere. In the citadel walls, in temple courtyards, in quiet riverbanks, where royal boats once traveled. Markets bustle outside the old palace gates. Residents farm small plots inside the ancient citadel walls. Life continues. Yet Hue remains one of Vietnam's most important cultural archives. A city where architecture, ritual, and memory still coexist. At sunset, the Perfume River turns gold. Boats drift slowly home. Temple bells echo faintly across the water. Some cities race toward the future. Hugh moves differently. Here, history is not hidden behind museum glass. It is woven into streets, gardens, and riverbanks. The Nguyen emperors believed that harmony between nature, architecture, and spirit could shape the destiny of a nation. Whether that belief was true or not, the landscapes they created still endure. They remind us that civilizations are remembered not only for their victories, but for what they choose to preserve. Respect for heritage, respect for memory, respect for the land that carries both. Because when history survives in places like Hugh, it becomes more than the past. It becomes a guide for the future. Subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you never miss anything extraordinary.